So I'm here in the Isle of Man. It's start of practice week, and we're gonna catch up with a few of the MyMoto supported riders. Weather is looking amazing, so I think they're gonna have a great practice session today. I mean, look at the sky, perfect blue sky. Hopefully we get this for 2 weeks. We see some great racing here. Let's go and catch up with our riders now. So I'm here with Matt at the Matt the Mullet at the Isle of Man TT paddock, and he's riding for Daffabet Racing. So we've just had today's the first practice session.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Went really well, to be fair. Out on 600 first, and that were just out of mint, as we always are. Little 60s are just easy to ride, and then out on big lass after that. And you think when you're going around on 600, it's still good for like 160 mile an hour. You wouldn't think the tower would feel a lot faster, but it's just like feels twice as fast. It's just crazy.
Is that going up the mountain?
Just everywhere, yeah. Just like little 600, you come to a bit of a hill like before Crosby, like you can feel you're going up the hill. The revs are down a little bit, but 1,000, it just feels like it just go vertical. You know, Just keep feeding it gears, it just keeps going. Yeah, proper bit of kit.
Yeah, scary fast.
It depends what it's pointing at. If you're heading through a curb, then yeah. If you're middle of the road and you're all right, it's not scary. Yeah.
Cool. What are you hoping for this week?
This week, practice week, just get used to them both. Hopefully, just get comfy as we can on them both, and just get as many laps in as we can. And there's no real aim for speeds or all like that. Just, I would have thought I'd be well into what I did last year. I passed it by the end of this week. I would have thought. So yeah, there's no pressure really. Just go around, enjoy it, and just try and get my lines right and everything else. And yeah.
So for anyone who obviously hasn't seen what you've done prior, what?
Done a Manx GP newcomer at Manx GP in 2017. So I managed to win a senior in 18. Crashed in junior while I was leading it by 17 seconds. But, and then when one senior, so then it was like up to the T team 19, which went alright-ish. Practice week was horrendous weather-wise, and then we got the superbike race done. Then my first super sport race, my zip got stuck on my levers and the zip dropped off. So then I was trying to make time up in the second super sport race and only got to Griever Castle and crashed and broke my left arm in 3 places.
Was it in that Manx where you pictured wheeling? Is it Yamaha?
Yeah, R6.
And you got it. Is that down near Concretrees, was it, or something?
Oh, that was last year on the.
Was that last year?
Yeah. Yeah, then we did 19. That didn't go so well. Then COVID came, obviously, and then first year back sort of thing. Yeah. Came here with like a 2015 BMW S1000 RRs, my super stock bag, and quite a newish. Well, once we've rebuilt it, newish R6, the one that crashed the Griever. We went fairly well that year, to be fair. So I managed to get 15th in superbike race. So
that's an awesome result.
Not bad to say. It's on a 15,000 mile bike that's got a few years in it. It's just me and my dad tinkering and trying to get it right. But yeah, it was about as bare minimum as for a race bike as you could get.
How does this compare to then?
It's a bit fancier, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's I mean, you just sort of like Ben said, when he first got in touch, it's just we just try and make it so the rider can just concentrate on the ride. They don't have to come back and worry about getting tyres swapped or getting some fuel or just anything. You just concentrate on looking after yourself and doing your laps and whatever else and concentrate on the riding, which is so much easier with these lots of helping.
Yeah.
Bang on. Yeah.
And you got an excellent crew with Danny leading it.
Yeah.
Your bike's going to be right.
Oh yeah, mint. Yeah, can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. Well, hope you have a good week.
Yeah, cheers.
And we'll be follling you.
Yeah.
See how you get on.
Thanks, yeah.
Cheers. Guys, so we're here in the SMT race truck with Rob Hodson after your first day of practice.
Yeah, it's we're here. The lads are cracking on getting the jobs done that unfortunately need doing. We had a couple of issues with the Super Sport bike and the Super Twin, so it's going to be hard work on them tonight. But the SMT Fireblade went pretty well today. We got a lap this morning and then 2 laps this afternoon. So all pretty happy with it, to be honest. For starters, it's always going to be never going to be perfect. It's your first lap, but I don't know why we didn't end up. We're just using the one bike. We're just not got a super bike, so we're just using the super stock bike in both classes. So we didn't end up on the super stock timing, so we would have been second in that, I think. And 9th in the super bike. So obviously there's a long way to go through practice and stuff like that, but a pretty promising start with it.
A bit of a change this year, if I'm right in thinking that in Superstock you can run slicks.
Yes. Yeah.
So in the past where you'd have a stock bike running on treaded tyre,
Yeah.
well, a few people would enter them into the superbike race, but on a slick,
Yeah.
and get a decent time.
Yeah. So yeah.
So now it's a bit like.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, I mean, really, yeah. With the way the rules are now, us just having one super stock bike for all 3 races, like superbike, senior, and super stock, all 4 races, should I say? It's going to be like doing 4 superbike races, basically. You know, the same bike, same tyres. Yeah, we're on Metzeler tyres this year, which is a changeover from Dunlop, as we've used the last few years. So yeah, but you know, they've worked really well today. I've got a I was a little bit anxious to get out there and try them, because I've not run them for God knows how long. You know, we've just been on Dunlops, which have worked. So we've moved over to the Metzeler brand, and they seem pretty good. You know, really give us some front end confidence and stuff like that. So yeah, that's something we'll. There's obviously things we can improve on handling wise on the big bike. They're always the biggest challenge, but yeah, it's a good positive start. So
Yeah, Metzeler's made massive gains in road racing tyres.
they have. Yeah, there's a new rear which is for the TT. I'm not sure whether they used it at the Northwest, the lads who did that, but yeah, there's a sort of like a special tyre with a hard centering for the TT. So that's what we'll be running the Metzeler slick. So yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, good start, and we can only improve from here, hopefully.
And the Honda's quite a new bike. Have you done quite a lot of kind of pre-season for you to get used to it, and for the team to get used to it?
We did a 3-day Spanish test, which was good. But from, like, as you know, the Honda's the bike of choice at the minute.
Yeah.
Racing's always, it kind of like everyone follows what's doing well, you know. So yeah, we've done. I believe the 20 and 21 bike was the same. The 22, 23 is slightly different. So ours is 22, is brand new over the winter. Freshly built. So yeah, from when we did the 3-day test, the initial feeling was pretty good. You know, we went stiffer on the rear spring straight away, and we've not strayed too far away from that. You know, so
almost found a setting that worked early on.
I'm not too sure whether there's a big window where you work with these bikes or what, but wherever we go, we're not massively changing it.
Yeah.
You know, which is kind of a good thing, because like if today didn't go too well with the Fireblade, you could make a load of changes, and then by Friday you're kind of back where you started. You know, you go around in a circle and you end up chasing your tail. So initial feeling's good, and we've got a couple of things we can try just with the rear end. We might try a stiffer spring again. Obviously, I've been eating too much birthday cake and pies, and it needs a bit more support back there. But if we was to race it tomorrow, we will be all right, I think. And for 3 laps in and a personal best lap for myself, it's heading in the right direction. So yeah, it'll be an interesting week, and we'll look forward to the races on that bike, and fingers crossed we can sort the other 2 bikes out without major issue.
And you're going to know that stock bike so well. They've come the stock races.
Yeah, that's it.
Like your best chance of doing a really good result there.
Yeah, and I think it'll be slightly different this year, possibly, because there's extra 2 races, twin and super stock, so you get to sort of Friday or Saturday, as it will be, for the senior race, and everyone's kind of like, they've had a full week of practice, they've done a full week of racing, and everyone's kind of like, I can't be arsed, or not everyone, some people are. So that's kind of like, if we can concentrate for the senior, I think we can do all right in that. That's kind of the plan. But we'll not trying in all the other classes. We'll be giving it all a good go. So we're looking forward to see what the week brings.
So it's lining up to be an awesome TT.
It is.
Weather's looking good.
Yeah. Weather's looking brilliant at like the long range, and it's getting busier now. A lot of fans and spectators about and that kind of thing. So we're
hyping up.
It is. We're kind of buzzing, for it. And like I said, from the beginning of the year, we've done the testing and we've done bits here and there. We raced up at Oliver's Mountain. We've got good support. We've had brilliant sponsorship through and things like that, which keeps it all going. You know, like with MyMoto and things like that. It's good to have, even if it's just bits. You know, like bits here
Companies
and there.
on board.
Everything that comes together, and this is the result of it. You know, we've got 3 good bikes and the setup to go with it. So yeah, we're all excited for it.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a good week week racing.
Yeah.
And we'll be following.
Yeah, brilliant. Cheers, Phil.
Cheers. Right, so I'm here with Stephen Smith. It's first day of practice. We've just finished first day of practice. How's it gone?
Yeah, good. I mean, we got another 4 laps in today, which is amazing, for the first night of practice. A little bit different this year because I'm on the big bike for the first time. I've done a couple of Manx Grand Prix, and that was always been on the 600. But getting away, steady away, trying to learn the big bike. Obviously, everything's coming up a lot quicker, and you've got to be a little bit more physical with that. So, but 4 good dry laps in, and happy.
I mean, looking at the predicted weather, this is a good year to try a new category because you're going to get the time on the bike, I'm guessing.
Sure.
Are you hoping to kind of really make some gains over the week?
Yeah, I mean, tonight, I was only a few seconds off my personal best, which was obviously on the 600, but to jump on the big bike and then, nearly go as fast as what I did in the senior race Manx Grand Prix last year, I was really happy with that. And when the weather's good, it takes the pressure off you to try and go quick because you've got time. I mean, I've only come with 1 bike, which might work into a bit of an advantage because you've got 1 bike to set up. And you've got a bit more rest in between.
All your
sessions.
focus on one.
Just 100% on that. I mean, the big bikes are, they're the showcase for the week. And I mean, that was always the plan, just to come with 1 bike and just focus 100% on that, really.
Do you feel like it's a different way of riding the bike for the bigger bikes? I know with like short circuits, it's a bit more like point and squirt for the bigger bikes, but I'm guessing roads wouldn't be quite like that, would it?
It's a little bit, yeah. I mean, obviously now with the TT, they've changed the track and they've smoothed out a lot of the corners, and it was a lot different a few years ago. Now with the track changes, the setups are not too different from what you do at a short circuit, and you can carry that speed. The main thing is just you get to these points a lot quicker on the big bike. Everything just comes up a lot faster. Even as you're approaching the jumps, normally on a 600 you've got a bit of time to settle in and get your head into the game. With these things, it's full on.
And I guess you're going quicker, but there's no speedo.
No,
you're just approaching a jump you've never done before on a bike that's...
like I said, you just get there a lot quicker. And what I've noticed is, like, on the 600, say like the exit of Balaf, you open the throttle there on the 600, and it might pull a little bit of a wheelie, but it's controllable. Whereas on the big bike, you open the gas and it pulls your arms off. So it's a new, different way of riding. But I think we'll enjoy it.
Have you set yourself any kind of a aim or a goal, or are you just gonna?
Not really. Stepping up to the TT was a big thing in itself. If I go quicker than I did on the 600, I'll be really happy, and then just see where we finish.
New personal best then.
Exactly, just a new PB, and I mean, I just kind of want a good week, I don't really want to set any targets and things like that. It's just about chipping away and going a bit quicker than I did previously.
Everyone seems to hope for a reliable bike more than anything. That's the one thing everyone wants, is nice weather and a bike that works. So.
I've had bad years here, where you're changing this and you're changing that every night, and it's just an absolute nightmare. But if you can just go out and get home every night, it's
a good day.
Especially with the weather like this, and if you get a good week as well. So it just takes a little bit of the pressure off, and just lets you enjoy it a little bit more.
Mega. Well, we hope you have a good race week.
Thank you.
We'll be
Thank
following.
you very much for your support.
That's fine. I look forward to it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Right,
there we go.
So, where are we, Chris?
The Isle of Man TT paddock. In the sunshine.
In the sunshine.
Beautiful.
It can't be the Isle of Man.
About once every 5 years, isn't it? You get absolute...
The perfect conditions.
Perfect.
Yeah. Is it going to be like this next week?
We say it's bordering on too hot.
I wouldn't dare say anything like that. Can it be too hot? Would there be
Obviously,
an
the
effect
guy-
of it getting too hot? Would the bikes
Listen,
overheat or
yeah, listen, I've
tarmac
never done
ripples?
like the 6-lap races that these lads have to do on these super bikes, but that must be hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, years ago they used to have melting tar, signed for melting tar, but
Did they?
yeah, scorching years in the 70s. I remember that coming over with me.
Rubbish
With my
asphalt.
dad. Yeah, maybe.
So
But,
we've just done the first. Today was the first practice,
yep.
and it's your first time at the TT since.
Way back 1999. So obviously we've done the Manx and the classic TT for the last 10 or 12 years. But this first time back at the TT since 1999 on my 250. I rode a 600 then as well. But
Does it feel any different to doing the Manx? Like, is the atmosphere different? Does it feel like there's more pressure, or does it just feel like the same?
Going past a noisy work van. I'm not putting pressure on myself, but you definitely, it's massive, isn't it, this?
Yeah.
It's a beast. The TT's,
It's whole
I
different.
don't feel pressured, but there's,
Yeah.
I got passed by a few 600s in that 2 sessions today, and you can tell there's some quick boys here.
They're quick.
Yeah. And it is different to the TT. It's massively different.
I think
Everybody's on the pace right from the word go.
Yeah.
Even the newcomer will be faster than a lot of Manx Grand Prix riders.
It seems to be a lot of little things that change the atmosphere a bit. So having 2 helicopters flying around all the time, you kind of get a feeling that you're in a bigger event than the Manx. The Manx is so kind of laid back. Cameo.
For sure. I mean, it's a great event though, isn't it? the Manx?
I love them. I love the classic bikes. That's my thing.
Yeah. It's just they're 2 completely different animals, aren't they? The TT and the Manx.
Yeah.
But this has grown beyond, not to everyone's cup of tea, the way they're doing it all, but you've got to move with the times, haven't you? This is the way it's...
Is that why it's surviving though, when other road races are struggling?
Ultimately, it's got to be.
Because there's money with this one.
Yeah, and you've only got to look at the sort of the type of visitor that's coming now. It's not necessarily just bike fans, it's festival fans, people like the whole package of the bands and the beer and the sunshine.
Yeah.
And the bikes are almost secondary.
Yeah.
But everybody,
it's a festival, isn't it?
Everybody loves the whole the spectacle of the actual bikes coming past. You can't help but like hairs on the back of your neck. You go down the bottom of Bray Hill for your first
In fact,
watch of the bikes, and
I caught footage of you going down Bray Hill.
Oh.
And I got the audio.
I was holding it flat out.
In fact, I'll cut scene it now and stick it on there.
Cool. We're going to get run over again, Phil.
Yeah. Again? How do you know?
Look how busy it is. This is the Monday of... Oh, I know it's bank holiday. This is the Monday of practice week.
Yeah.
This is busier than it gets at... It's definitely busier than the busiest day at the Manx Grand Prix,
Honda's set themselves up over here.
Yeah. Mr McGuinness, another old man. Not as old as me, but another old man that's...
Who's the oldest competitor at the...
I would think it's going to be Dave Madston Migdal. And he's got some ridiculous amount of starts to his name. He's got the most starts of any rider. Yeah.
Got a record?
Yeah. More than Locker, more than John McGuinness. Yeah. I don't know how old he is though.
Yeah.
Maybe he tells little fibs on his... I don't know. He's a good man nowadays.
It's hard to, especially if you're a privateer, to get starts because you're not necessarily going to be in every class because of the cost of it.
Exactly.
A factory rider would rack up starts quicker, wouldn't they?
Yeah. And obviously these days, with 1000cc, 600, you've got 2 of each class now. So there's 2 650 races this year. There's 2 super sport races, 2 super stock races. Some of these lads are doing 8 classes. In fact, Mike Russell's doing 10 because he's doing the sidecar as well. So he's doing that achievement again.
Are you dropping that in?
Yeah. Thanks to Phil for the rather splendid paint job again.
Traditional Manx legs and your dad.
Beautiful.
And the MyMoto visor stickers.
Yeah, we'll
Get our mate Kyle on the job. Here he is.
service.
In fact, while we're on the subject, look, there's another one of mine. That looks better than the one I'm working on at the minute. Right. So these managed to get ice creams.
Yeah, they might have. How long did they stand in the queue for, though?
Is it a long queue still?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Right.
I want an ice cream, Phil.
So you were saying you're going to take it nice and steady, not let the pressure get to you. What would you leave here happy with?
Finishes.
Just
Literally finishes.
a good finish.
Yeah.
See where you come.
I'm just
Reliable bike. That's what everyone wants, a nice reliable
bike.
ride.
If you've got a reliable bike, just to finish over it is an achievement. A lot of people you lose that fact that it's actually hard to just get a finish.
Yeah.
So that's the first box to tick, because not every bike will finish. Unfortunately, not every rider will finish the event either. You know, it's tipping off in an accident, maybe. You know.
Yeah.
It's it's all about finishing. Obviously, the higher the better, but putting no pressure on myself.
Yeah.
It's like
You've not really got a benchmark because it's been so long since you were here last time.
I'd love top 10, but that'd be a dream, really.
Yeah. You never know. Dreams
Keep dreaming, yeah.
come true, don't they?
Hashtag living the dream.
Living the dream. Maybe that needs to be on your next helmet.
It's on Lorna's mug. He puts it on the social
We need to put it on the helmet without Lorna knowing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
That'd be quite funny. Little mug logo on the back with "Living the Dream." Right, cool. I think it's.
We've gone all right today. I think we're starting number 14. I think I was 14th quickest today, but again, the bike's not handling quite like it was last year, but I have changed tyres. I can only think that it might be something to do with the tyres. I've got to go and see Adam, the lad that builds the bikes, and run through the settings with him and just see where we're going.
What changes are needed
I'll
for the
possibly,
tyre change.
I think Adam's almost certainly going to say switch brands to the brand that we ran last year at the Manx.
Yeah.
Because it is handling
Quite a costly thing for you to do, though.
Yeah, because I've already invested quite heavily in the Bridgestones.
Yeah.
But, I've got blisters on my hands already.
Hanging on to it.
Yeah, hanging on, and I've only done 4 laps. And I've not got soft hands.
You need to probably take your hands off.
Yeah, I think that's another thing. I think there's people do that.
There is people,
doing that here. Yeah.
Taking off your hands,
Yeah. Beautiful grandstand.
Well, good luck with the this week.
Thanks, Phil. Thanks to MyMoto.
We're going to be
the support,
keeping track.
Yeah.
See how you get on.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks as always. Cheers, mate.
See ya. Right, so it's now. What day are we on? Tuesday. It's now Tuesday morning. We had the first practice session yesterday, and we've got a practice session this evening, 6 o'clock.
Half 6. 20
half
past
6.
20 past 6 or half 6.
20 past 6.
Something like that.
As long as you're ready for 6. Here with Paul Jordan. So you went out yesterday. Had a good. Well, it looks like you had a really good time.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it yesterday. You know, I was here a week early and I've put a lot of preparation in prior to the week of me being here early. And you know, I feel like this is the most physically and mentally prepared I've ever been for the TT. You know, yesterday morning it just felt not easy as such, but I didn't feel like I was unnatural on everything I was doing. It was just really good at morning practice.
When I swung by your Joe, you call them pit garages. When I swung by your pit garage, you look so kind of relaxed and chilled. And
yeah, it's just I've just approached this year. It was actually that new series that they've now introduced as such. It was nice to see what other riders are doing, like the likes of like Michael and Peter and whatnot, the ones that are the fastest here as such. And like I think it was Peter's first session he done last year, and he goes, "Oh, what time did he do?" And he goes, "Oh, I done a 1:22," and he was, "Oh, that's all right." Whereas if that was me last year, I'd have been like, "Oh, bloody hell, that's not fast enough." I've got all week to build up my speed, so it's now just take my time, enjoy it, and the time will come, and the speed will come with it.
And I suppose with this weather, with the forecast, you can take your time finding those faster laps, because we should plenty of track time this week, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to do that much track time that we'll near taking a day off somewhere in between.
Looking for fuel and tyres by the end of practice week.
Yeah, like yesterday we done, like, the plan was 5-6 laps. We done 7. I could have went on for the 8, but I just said to myself, right, I've done enough today.
Yeah.
Come in, try and deload everything in my own head, and like just get ready for today.
Do you ever, when you come to the TT and it is a week of bad weather, do you go away feeling like you haven't made the gains, Joe, and got quicker in areas that you were hoping to get quicker in? Does the amount of practice kind of really impact on your development and your speed?
I'm not really sure, because like every year I've came here, I've always got quicker, and we've had a few years of bad weather, so I think it's just track knowledge itself is just always improving my lap time. But I think now I'm at the stage in my career that now I need to push on a wee bit more, and not take risks as such, but just screw the throttle on a wee bit earlier, break that wee bit later and stuff. So this year I feel like I'm ready for that, and I want to be pushing for top 5 finishes. The 600 and the Super Twin and the Superbike. I need to be, I just need to improve massively there and show that I'm not just a small bike rider, and that I am capable of riding a big bike. Yeah.
I think, especially with the results you got on the Super Twin last year, everyone's now obviously watching out for you and seeing what you're doing. And the footage I saw of you on the 600 yesterday in practice, you definitely looked like you were on form.
Yeah, no, yesterday afternoon, that second session, I felt unbelievable on the bike. It wasn't, there was nothing the bike didn't do that I didn't want it to do, and I just felt like I was out for a Sunday cruise, and that's how I felt. And I had James Hillier in front of me, and I wanted to follow James for a bit to try and just learn things off him and whatnot. But I had a bit of pace that I could pass James, and on I went. But today, I want to approach it and get in behind, so have somebody like a good cart in front of me where I can push on and try.
Where you're not holding off and just can go for it. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be an awesome week.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
I actually feel that this morning if some man's beat me up already, so God knows what I'm going to feel like on Friday.
Endurance, I suppose with the amount of practice and stuff that's going to happen, endurance is going to be a factor for a lot of people.
Yeah, it is definitely. Like yesterday morning when I done 4 laps yesterday morning, and I was absolutely blown out of my arse.
Yeah.
But it was just because it was tense and I was nervous, and you have so many other feelings through your mind that it's just so hard to describe. But then in the afternoon, I was just like, well, that's that done. I know where I'm going now. Now I can enjoy myself.
Yeah. Well, good fitting leathers and gloves and stuff all helps towards.
Yeah, the RST leathers and the RE helmets and whatnot. Everything's was perfect. You can't ask for any better, especially with the safety of them and stuff. It really makes everything takes that wee bit of ease off you. If you do have a slip off, that you're protected.
Yeah, well ventilated, well protected.
Yeah.
I think we could see. Are we going to see like ice baths like they do at Suzuka with some of this
weather?
I was
actually looking about a bin.
Yeah.
And I was on the actual market page on the Facebook group, trying to find if I can find a bin to fill it up, because it definitely would be beneficial. Like
drop your temperature as soon as you're off the bike.
Because I did do that yesterday. I got a cold shower after the morning session. So like today, that's what I'm going to do this afternoon, is go and try and find something and get her filled up.
Yeah. Well, I might see that on footage, who knows? See if you manage to find a bin.
You're right.
Right, well, I hope you have a good week next week.
No problem.
We'll be watching, all the MyMoto guys will be watching your progress.
Thank you very much for your support.
That's great, yeah.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Good luck, cheers. So I'm now back from the Isle of Man. We want to wish all of our supported riders, Paul Jordan, Chris Moore, Stephen Smith, Rob Hodson, all the best of luck for this week's practice and race week. We also want to wish Matt Stevenson a speedy recovery, because he had a big off on Tuesday night's practice and is unfortunately now out of the race. And Joe, heart goes out to him and Danny Horn and the whole team who got that stuff ready for the TT. If you like the TT merchandise that you'll see at the grandstand, MyMoto has got the exclusive rights to sell it anywhere else other than the TT grandstand. So you can't buy it online, you'd have to come in and see us, but we have got the S1 TT leathers, we've got the S1 leather jacket, the S1 textile jacket, the Team Evo jacket, which has got all the Arai branding and Motul branding, makes you look like a factory rider when you're wearing that kind of stuff. We've also got, this is one of my favourites, the Kevlar hoodie, all embroidered. It's a really nice looking top. And then we've got the Frontline jacket, which was a huge hit last year anyway, but now it's got all the TT branding on. So if you'd like to get some of this TT gear and you're not going to be over at the island for race week or practice week, then just pop into any of your MyMoto stores, and it's all available. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, ride safe.